Feroze Khan, I would just like to say, let's dance. I'm looking forward to dancing with you in the ring. Ducky Bhai, quack quack. Sham Idrees, oof. You know, Rajab Butt से यही कोड मुझे मेरे ज़हन में आता है.
Ladies and gentlemen, Daniyal Nasir Mirza here inside the home of Pakistani fighting, Brave Gym. 15th February is going to be the biggest single fight in Pakistan's combat sports history. Two of the biggest names, scratch that, the two biggest names to ever compete in a fight in any Pakistani combat sports event. आज तक पाकिस्तान की combat sports की तारीख में जितने भी लोग रिंग या केज के अंदर उतरे हैं, इससे बड़े नाम कभी भी नहीं आपस में लड़े. Feroze Khan and the man that I'm speaking to today, a pioneer, a legend, and an absolute revolutionary in not just content or comedy, but now in combat sports. Rahim, my brother, thank you so much for the time. That is an honor for me.
That was an overwhelming intro there.
No, it's all, I mean it, because you genuinely are the biggest name, the biggest star who has ever competed or is going to compete in any Pakistani combat sports event. You're one of the biggest names that has ever come out of this country. And there's been some big names coming out of this country.
There is now, yes, yeah.
How are you feeling, my friend? This is 10 days away from the biggest night of your life. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling, surprisingly, I'm feeling relaxed. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling nervous at the same time. All these emotions, you know, it's just, sooner I come, closer I'm coming to the fight, is you know, the nervousness slightly builds up a little bit, but overall I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Training hard every day. Nutrition is good. My sleep is good. My game plan is solid. So yeah, it's looking good.
And look, man, I'm the kind of guy who's very confrontational, very straightforward. I don't like to beat around the bush. जो है वो है, उसके बारे में बात करनी पड़ेगी. I know the Pakistani public. I know Pakistan. I know our internet as well, really well. When people hear Rahim Pardesi is fighting Feroze Khan, I'm just gonna talk about all of the things जो लोगों के दिमाग में पहले से आ जाती हैं, the bad things that come to people's mind, and that's what I want to start this interview with, कि जिन भी लोगों के दिमाग में थोड़ा सा भी doubt है, हम उसको वहाँ eliminate कर दें. First question everyone's asking, is this a real fight?
Of course, this is real as it's gonna be. Not 100%, 200% real. You know, I think there's a misconception about fake fighting and real fighting. There's no such thing in boxing. Maybe in WWE or something, you can, you know, of course, stage some things. But in boxing, this is a very serious sport. As you know, you're a legend yourself, Daniyal. You've been in the game for so long. And mashallah, you're doing an amazing work.
I appreciate it.
And it's people like you who are trying to bring the sport to the limelight in Pakistan. Because you know yourself, there's, mashallah, amazing fighters out there. Professional, the real heroes. You know, we're just trying our best as artists to bring the sport together. But saying that, it's still a hell of a challenge because my opponent, he's got some good experience and we're putting in the hard work. And I think, yeah, I think it's looking good, man.
And again, my problem with how people perceive these things is that Abhi, Feroze Khan and yourself are going to step in the ring. Naturally, this is going to be the biggest thing people are talking about. But like you said, this isn't acting. This isn't comedy. This isn't entertainment. This is a real fight. And you can't fake this. Like when you watch a fight, आपको पता लग जाता है कि actually एक दूसरे को मार रहे हैं नहीं मार रहे हैं. And this is going to be a real fight.
You know, there's a lot of talks about this, saying, oh, is it going to be a real fight or not? And the reason why I'm not saying much is because I know when the audience see the amount of work that we've put into this and they see the results themselves, उनको खुद ही पता लग जाएगा कि यार बाकी ये game on है, boys की, you know, real है. So there's a difference. There's a difference even if you want to act it out. There's a very big difference in a real fight and a fake fight. But saying that, you know, people will realize as soon as this event happens, this fight happens, I think a lot of things, you know, just कहते हैं, a can of worms are going to open up.
Yes.
And inshallah for the better.
You're opening up the Pandora's box for
yes.
Pakistani combat sports. Everything's going to come out after this. And again, I want to touch back to something you just talked about earlier as well. You said that there are the real heroes, the real legends, the fighters of Pakistani combat sports. जो मैं पिछले 5 साल से पाकिस्तान के अंदर काम कर रहा हूँ as an announcer, as a commentator, backstage, management role, whatever I can get my hands on because I love this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a very
passionate.
I love combat. I think straight up, no bullshit, Pakistani or combat sports in general is the best thing that's ever happened to the human race because it's two people, it's the most primal energy possible. They face off, they fight each other, there's a story, there's a purpose that they're fighting for. And you and your event is now putting light to someone like Taimur Khan Mohmand, who's a heavyweight boxing legend, someone who's been busting his ass for years trying to get recognition. And through one event, you're going to elevate his career to the next level.
I mean, look, Daniel, I have been doing this for like a couple of months, right? And the amount of effort, dedication, consistency I have put into, that's why I have to give credit to these professionals that have been doing it for years and years. It takes huge courage and a very strong-minded person to do boxing or MMA sports because it requires a lot of discipline. And me doing it for a couple of months has opened my eyes for the better. And I think credit, that's why I say credit goes to them who are the real heroes. We're just trying. And inshallah, let's see what the future holds for us as well as artists, as boxers. As you know yourself, influencer boxing around the world is more popular.
Yes.
At the moment, it creates more of a buzz. And it's a good thing. Some people may take this as a negative thing, but you have to look at the bigger picture. We are trying to revive the sport and bring it more audience, more eyeballs to the sport.
100%, and that's exactly what you're doing. And this is the missing piece, in my opinion, because I've been studying the sport as its history, as its reality. As the thing that's missing is somebody and something that can really put eyeballs on the sports that people can get invested. PS Fight Series. I spoke to Zahib earlier as well. He's running everything behind the scenes. You guys are serious about this.
We're very serious. We've been planning this event for about a year and a half. The reason why we didn't do this beforehand, we felt that Pakistan, maybe it's not the right time. I think everything requires the right timing.
Yeah.
And I feel now, I see there's a lot of boxers coming out in Pakistan. Even thanks to sports people, personalities like Arshad Nadeem's, who's won a gold medal in javelin throw. Nobody knew about the sport, really, or his story. But thanks to him, लोगों का vision और खुल गया है towards other things. There's other sports as well as cricket.
Yeah.
We're doing really good in cricket, but there's other things as well. There's so many talent in Pakistan is unbelievable, and we are trying to shed some light onto these guys.
This is music to my ears, man. Nobody of your stature, of your caliber, of your fame, of your popularity has ever taken this step to try to elevate a sport apart from cricket, because that's what pisses me off a lot about this. And my entire existence in combat sports has been based around the idea that I want us as people to invest in athletes beyond cricket, because there's so many entertaining sports that we just don't have in Pakistan. You yourself, are you passionate about this? Are you passionate about fighting? I know you've been training for a couple of months. You naturally are really serious about this, but how do you feel about the fight game as a whole?
Daniel, to be honest, me as a person, I'm passionate about everything I do. That's just my nature. Whether it's boxing, football, making content, anything, I put my 100%. So if I dive into something, I make sure I give it my all. Same as boxing. Boxing, when I entered the world of boxing 6-7 months ago, and I was like, oh wow, this is. I mean, boxing is, I feel, something either you love it or you hate it. But if you love it, you give your life to it.
Exactly.
And that's kind of what happened to me. I did a small charity match, fell in love with this sport, and I was like, I'm going to take this to the next level. Let's push it.
Yeah.
And considering I only had a few months of training, I still wanted a challenge. So I was like, kaun sa aisa opponent hai in Pakistan who's like an influencer or a celebrity type that can match, the energy in a commercial perspective, Of course, fighting a professional we're not really there. But someone around my kind of league.
Yes.
And Feroze, his name was one of the names that came into the hat. And our management reached out to his management. And to my surprise, they were all in, which I have to give him credit.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of courage to jump into the ring. Being an actor, you're just in front of the camera. You need to look after this pretty face.
The moneymaker.
The moneymaker. So credit goes to him as well. It takes a lot of courage. And I think even though there is that boxing rivalry, who's going to win, लेकिन हमारा मकसद एक है. we want to promote the sport of boxing.
And respect to both of you for that. But I want to ask you about Feroze for a second. I mean, how do you feel about him? As a fighter is one other thing, because we haven't seen you fight, we haven't seen him fight, right? We haven't seen what exactly is going to play out. But I'll ask you about the fighting sense in a bit. How do you feel about him as a person? How do you feel about him as a personality? How do you feel about him as in what he does and what you know about him?
Yeah.
So what do you feel
I
about
don't
Feroze?
really know much about him as a person because I've not spent much time. But from what I hear, it's always something positive, and he's always smiling and giving back to his fans. And mashallah, he's got a huge fan following in Pakistan. So I think this is a good thing, because imagine the amount of people he is going to inspire into the sport. Maybe it's not boxing, maybe people will go into MMA or maybe some other sports, but he could be an inspiration to all his fans because he's getting himself into the ring. So he's giving a message saying, if I can do this, you can do this. So that just shows your character, what kind of person you are. And from my understanding, he's a good lad.
Yeah.
And inshallah, I think this is going to be a good sportsmanship from both sides.
And again, Rahim, I told you I'm a straight shooter. No bullshit with me. There's a lot of people who don't like it. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff.
There's haters everywhere.
There's haters everywhere. There's some controversy around the guy as well. Do you care about that? Do you think about any of that? Do you focus or zone in on that? And if not, why not?
I mean, look, everyone has, I feel that everyone has their own personal life. We shouldn't really look into each other's personal lives. Everyone has their ups and downs. I've been through stuff. I'm sure he's been going through stuff. It's normal. We should look at the bigger picture. What positivity is he giving us? You know, we should always look at the positive side. So that's the way I see things in him. And I think maybe this match will help his other problems, if he has any, because it's helped a lot of my problems. Because boxing is a sport where आपका माइंड ना एकदम रीबूट हो जाता है.
Yes.
ठीक है, आप पूरी दुनिया की जो अलम गलम चीजें हैं वो आप भूल जाते हो. This is a different world. You enter a different world. ठीक है. So this has given me a lot of a new perspective in life. So, and I'm sure is doing him wonders as well.
I'm sure. And look, I mean, that's all very true. He is also taking a step which is going to elevate Pakistani combat sports. We're all here for it. This is the ideal scenario. Like I said, the two biggest names facing off, but this is still a fight.
It's still a fight.
It's still mano a mano, meet in the center of the ring, let's throw down kind of fight. What do you think about him as a fighter? What do you think is going to happen on the 15th?
Look, we're all giggles and laughing about it right now, but I tell you one thing, on the 15th is going to be some serious business. As I said, this is a very serious sport. This cannot be acted out. There's no such thing as fake fighting or anything. When two guys fight, they go all in. And that's what we're looking to do. And may the best man win. For me, from my understanding, whoever trains the hardest, whoever's more dedicated in the training ground, the match is not the hardest part.
Yeah.
You know, the match is, they call it the party time. Match wale din easy hai. This, right here, what we're doing, surrounded by trainers and training and nutrition, sleep, all of these things, this is what makes a fighter a champion.
Yes.
So whoever has the most training, most dedication, match uska hi hoga.
I see it. And again, this is going to be a war. To both of you are coming in, training, you have everything on the line, so to speak. And when I say everything, I mean like you're exposing yourself in front of the world as the content creator everyone knows you are, as an entertainer everyone knows you are, but now the man, Rahim,
They don't know the dark side of me. That's the thing.
that's what I wanted to ask.
They don't know the dark. I have a very dark side to me, which I kind of cover up with my comedy. And you know what they say about comedians, अक्सर आपने सुना है कि उनका कोई trauma ही चल रहा होता है या they try to cover. So I have a very dark side to me, and that doesn't really come out often. But I think this sport is bringing that side out.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a danger zone on the 15th. If that side comes out, there's going to be trouble. There's going to be trouble, because that's a very dangerous side to me, because जब मैं किसी चीज़ के लिए commit हो जाता हूँ ना, I do not look left and right. I just go all in.
Yeah.
So I think he shouldn't, and I'm sure he's not taking it easy. Neither am I. So it's going to be war for sure.
Rahim Pardesi, Feroze Khan, 15th Feb, Expo Center, packed, live. to be decided where, to be announced soon. Stay tuned to PS Fight Series. What's your prediction? What's going to happen?
Well, the fight is 5 rounds. Okay, normally it's 3 rounds. जो influencer fight, white collar fight होती है. And to up the game for the audience as well and for us, we made it 5 rounds. Wow. ठीक है. And एक round भी करना, it's, you know yourself, is very difficult.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think it's going to be very interesting to see to even last 5 rounds. Never mind, you know, knocking out someone or something. Last 5 rounds को last करना बहुत बड़ी बात है.
100%.
5 rounds खेल जाना बहुत बड़ी बात है.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I'm looking to do, is go the full marathon and just play with him. I want to play with him the full 5 rounds and make sure he's my dancing partner for the full time.
And what's the weight for this fight?
The weight is 72.
How are you doing with the weight?
72 kilograms we agreed on.
Yeah.
And at the time I was 79, 80 kilograms.
Yeah.
तो अब मैं 72 में हूँ. Oh, I'm 72. Mashallah, I've made weight. And I'm feeling really good.
Yeah.
I must say I'm feeling really good.
Look fantastic.
Yeah, I think this has helped me a lot. Being honest, in my whole, I'm 38 by the way.
Wow.
I'm 38.
Wow.
This, I think I've been the fittest ever.
Wow.
In my whole entire life, इससे ज़्यादा मैं कभी fit नहीं हुआ. Even in my early 20s, मैं कभी इतना fit नहीं था जितना मैं अब हूँ. So you can just imagine the dedication that I have put into this. ठीक है, अगर कोई 20 साला लड़का मेरे जैसा आप लगा लो ना, एक और राहिम आ जाए तो वो थक जाएगा मेरे आगे.
Oh, wow.
So that's the amount of dedication I have put into this, and that just shows you that age is just a number, and that's exactly what I'm gonna give this message out, that age is just a number. Don't go on age.
Yeah.
It's how you look after yourself, and it's all in here.
You're in your physical prime at 30.
Yeah, it's mind over matter.
That is insane. I mean, you look ready. It feels like you're ready. Like all day today, I've been feeling and feeding off the energy from you, and it really feels like a big fight feeling. Again, I've been doing this 5 years here. I've never felt this kind of anticipation and this build-up. Do you feel like there's any pressure on you? Do you feel the weight of the matter in any way coming in? Because you've been in front of millions of people so many times, but this is a completely different avenue, right?
Exactly.
How do you feel?
I mean, I've been lying if I say there's no pressure on me. I've done concerts as a singer, as a acting performance in front of thousands of people. But you know, Daniel, this is totally different. ये एक अलग गेम है. इसके सामने आप बड़े बड़ों के फट जाती हैं, कहते हैं, ठीक है. तो ये आई थिंक इसका एक डिफरेंट प्रेशर है. आप, मैं ये नहीं कह सकता कि मैं तो बड़ा कॉन्फिडेंट हूँ, मैंने लोगों के लिए लोगों के सामने बड़ा परफॉर्म किया है, तो मुझे स्टेज फ्राइट नहीं है. दिस इज़ नॉट स्टेज फ्राइट. दिस इज़ नॉट स्टेज फ्राइट. दिस इज़ समथिंग एल्स. जब आप रिंग के अंदर, व्हेन दैट बेल रिंग्स एंड 2 बॉक्सर आपस में आ रहे होते हैं, एवरीथिंग ईदर गोज आउट द विंडो और यू गो इनटू गेम प्लान. आर या पार होता है ऐसे, ठीक है. सो whoever is, लोग समझते हैं कि ये सिर्फ फिजिकल है. फिजिकल सिर्फ नहीं है, ये माइंड गेम भी है. इट्स चेस. यू आर प्लेइंग चेस इन द रिंग. ठीक है, एक हल्का सा मूव इधर उधर लेफ्ट राइट भी बहुत फर्क डाल देता है गेम में.
And again, you said this isn't stage fright. I like to call this fight or flight, because when you're in the ring, you can tell no matter how much the person is trained, either they're in fight mode or in their flight mode.
Yeah, flight.
Like you said, it's so much of it is mental, because oftentimes the better boxer loses because he's just not present on the day.
Oh yeah.
You know?
And for me, the biggest, one of my favorite quotes is actually on the gym right now.
Yeah.
I read it here. There it goes. Everyone is a gangster till they get punched in the face. And that's exactly what it is on the 15th.
Yeah. You might be a gangster, but once you get punched in the face, the whole thing changes.
The whole thing changes.
Everything changes. How
Perspective changes.
excited are you to get to, I mean, this Sunday we have the presser, of course.
Yep.
How excited are you to come face to face with Feroze, get to exchange words with Feroze? Because like you said, there's a lot of mental warfare that goes into fighting as well. The fight itself is something else. We'll see how that plays out. But how excited are you to get to interact with him leading into the fight as well?
I think the presser and the build up to the fight is very important for both fighters. If one fighter gets into the other fighter's head,
Yeah.
that could be a problem as well.
I'd say.
You know, it could crush you emotionally, physically, everything. So you have to have a very strong game plan that keeps you strong-minded and focused. So I think if he lets go of that, he could be in trouble before the fight. So he needs to be very careful. Alhamdulillah, I'm confident. At the same time, I am nervous, but it's like a good nervousness. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited. मुझे बेशक कल मैच करवा दो. I'm that excited. So I think why the excitement is so much because एक बंदा इतनी मेहनत करके वो excited नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा for the thing he's worked hard for, you know. तो अब वो कहते हैं ना सब्र का फल मीठा होता है, तो अब फल खाने का टाइम आ गया. It's party time. Yes. So एक हफ्ता रह गया. Literally, I think everyone should go and buy their tickets now.
100%.
15th Feb, लाहौर एक्सपो सेंटर. अगर आपने नहीं ली टिकट या अगर आप नहीं आ सकते लाहौर में, we are streaming this worldwide.
Yes.
We are streaming this worldwide and you can watch it on Triller TV app. ठीक है, आप उस ऐप को डाउनलोड करें, no problem. You can watch it live. And for the fans, by the way, it's not only me and Feroze fighting on the night.
Yes.
As you said, there's Heather, there's Taimur.
Yes.
There's a lot of other influencers
Yes.
fighting on the day. There's also, inshallah, a female professional fight.
Oh, let's go.
Which has not really been done as much. So there's a lot of things going on. There's singing performances.
Yes.
Youngster festival hoga. Young stunners are coming.
Yeah.
They're going to be performing. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
So there's so much going on into this event. And big up to the team, my team, Zuhaib and everyone, Ahmed, Hari, everyone. They've done a fantastic job planning this event. And I think it's going to be above expectations, inshallah.
110%. And like you said, Triller TV, by the way, is massive. First ever Pakistani event to go on Triller TV.
Yeah.
That has never been done.
Yeah.
But also, I will say, live aake fight dekhne ka experience doesn't compare, man.
Doesn't.
If you're in Lahore, you have to be there because, like, if you ask me personally, मैं जब भी अपने खानदान को लेके गया, अपने दोस्तों को लेके गया हूँ, सबसे ज़्यादा enjoy कौन करता है? My mom's enjoyed the most. My female friends have enjoyed the most. The kids that come, like my sister's kids, they enjoy the most. लोगों को लगता है ये बहुत एक masculine, like मर्दों के लिए चीज़ है. No. Anyone who comes and watches a fight live, they talk about it for the next 2 weeks. आपको बहुत मजा आएगा. You have to go. Go to Ticketwala, check out PS Fight Series 15th Feb Saturday. You have to be there. If you can't be there, go to Triller TV, buy the pay-per-view, watch it, and it's going to be incredible.
Family के लिए especially हमने cater किया है. Just to let you know, पूरा family माहौल होगा.
Yes.
आप जब आएंगे आप कहेंगे यार मजा आ गया. When is the next event?
Yes.
Our guarantee.
And you have to be there to do it. I want to play a little word association with you, if you don't mind. I'm going to throw some names at you. I want to know what your opinion of these people is.
Okay.
First one, very obvious, Feroze Khan.
Feroze Khan, one word? Or just the general?
Just general.
Feroze Khan, I feel Feroze Khan and me have this slight similarity of competitiveness. ठीक है, मुझे feel होता है. So I think he's very competitive like me. I get that feeling. But we'll see.
How about Khushhal Khan?
Khushhal Khan, new kid on the block. Would be very interesting to see what he has to offer. Interesting, very interesting.
If you get to Feroze, would you be interested to fight him?
Yeah, I'm an open book. And I'm sure Khushhal is looking to venture out as well.
Yes.
Never say never.
Love that. Anas Ali.
Businessman. He's more of a businessman than a sportsman. But still, I must give him credit for जिस तरह का भी event डाला है, उसने किया. He still shaded some light to boxing.
Yeah.
You know, जैसा भी है. People have different opinions about the event he did. But I have to give credit कि उसने जैसा भी किया at least, you know.
Yeah. Rajab Butt.
You know, Rajab Butt से यही quote मुझे मेरे ज़हन में आता है. Everyone is a gangster until they get punched in the face. I swear down. You can be a gangster on TikTok, etc. लेकिन जब when it's time to do gangster shit, nobody wants to be a gangster.
I was there, by the way. It was.
Oh, you were there? Oh, yeah, you were there. Yeah.
I was there. It was something. It was. I can't explain. Like, of course, it was packed. People were there. It was nice, but it was just one fight.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like we were there for like an hour and then we left. So
But look, saying all that, I still have to give credit to these guys, Rajab and Anas, for stepping into the ring.
The step.
What it takes guts. लोगों को ये समझ नहीं आता. It takes a lot of guts to come into the ring.
Yeah. One more name, or a couple of names more actually. Ducky Bhai. How do you feel about it?
Ducky Bhai, quack. Ducky Bhai he's a good-hearted person.
Yeah.
Just gets himself into tricky situations sometimes. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
But he's got a heart of gold. He's a heart of gold.
Sham Idrees?
Sham Idrees, oof, he's been hiding in that shed for 7 years apparently.
Yeah.
It just came out.
The waiting, little awning and planting my moment.
But look, we have started making content kind of together. Sham Idrees, Ali, Shahveer, Ducky, and everyone. So it's a nostalgic moment that I had when Sham Idrees is coming back out and stuff. So it's good. I think it's good for the content and the YouTube world.
One last one, Shahveer Jafry.
Shahveer Jafry, a lovely human being and a very supportive friend.
Look, man, I can't tell you how much it means to me that you took out time to stick to me, because straight up, like I said, this is the biggest fight. And when your team reached out, and
You are the best person for this. Trust me, you are a legend.
thank you so much.
And I think it's people like Daniyal that this sport is getting, more attraction, and he's doing a wonderful job. When I seen your hosting, मुझे confidence आ गया था. Okay, चलो कोई तो है जो मेरा नाम लेगा.
RAHIM PARDESI. You got it, man. You got. No, listen, it means a lot to me in that sense that the fighters are always the main people, but like I've been in these events, and for you to give me this kind of respect again, it means the world, and thank you so much for this. But I'm excited. I know everyone who's watching is excited. I know you're excited. I know
Very
Feroze
excited.
is going to be incredible. But I want to ask you if you can look into that camera and give a message, a small or long message, however you want to phrase it, your final thoughts before you get to see him in person on a Sunday. What would you like to say to Feroze Khan?
Feroze Khan, I would just like to say, wish you the best of luck. May the best man win. But just come prepared, and let's dance. I'm looking forward to dancing with you in the ring. Inshallah. Let's go.
My man, it has been incredible speaking to you, and I don't know how you feel about this, but you started making content, you were revolutionary, a pioneer in that. You are one of the most noteworthy names, recognizable faces, one of the biggest superstars in this country's history, and now you are a pioneer in this, the combat sports era, for influencers, for people to finally watch and be attracted to it.
Inshallah.
Looking back at when you started making your first videos
Yes.
till now,
Yeah.
how's that journey, man? I was sitting here, how does it feel, man?
It feels amazing, दानिया, मैं समझता था कि यार मैं 36, 7, 38 हो गया हूँ, बुढ़ा हो गया हूँ यार, उन कितने होनी बॉक्सिंग. लेकिन that's changed my perspective, and I'm so glad, because मुझे बचपन में शौक था to be a sportsman actually. लेकिन unfortunately उस वक्त पेरेंट्स इतने इस चीज़ को समझते नहीं थे, स्पोर्ट्समैन या सोशल मीडिया इन्फ्लुएंसिंग वगैरह. सो आई थिंक अब काफ़ी टाइम जो है ना चेंज हो गया है, एंड आई एम जस्ट वेरी ग्लैड. अल्लाह ताला का शुक्र है कि एक बचपन का जैसे ख्वाब होता है ना, वो पूरा होने जा रहा है. आई एम गेटिंग माई सेल्फ इनटू दिस पोजीशन where I am living that moment that I wanted to live. Maybe not professionally, but in somehow I'm still in that kind of zone. And thank you to the fans. You guys are the ones who make this happen. Or inshallah, aapki duaein chahiye. That's all we need. Your prayers, and we will keep shining.
Ladies and gentlemen, 15th Feb, RAHIM PARDESI versus Feroze Khan, PS Fight Series, the biggest fight in the history of Pakistan's combat sports history. Packed Expo Center. Get your tickets now. Limited tickets available on Ticketwala. And ladies and gentlemen, you cannot miss this event. It is once in a lifetime, once in a generation, once in forever, whatever you want to call it. It is true. The two biggest names to ever step in the ring are going to face off, go toe-to-toe, mano-a-mano, center of the ring. Somebody's going to sleep. I think that's what's going to happen. It is an insane fight card from top to bottom. So many incredible fighters, such incredible talent on display, all for your viewing pleasure. Buy the pay-per-view, show up, whatever you have to do, but do not miss this. I will see you guys there, my friend. I will keep seeing you throughout the week. My friend, it has been a pleasure.
Likewise.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
the
Danny.
time. It means a lot to me. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out. Keep it tight and talk to you soon.